Remains IDD as those of Colorado girl missing 34 years. Greeley, Colorado. APU On Thursday, police announced that human remains found by construction workers earlier this week were that of the little girl, who would have been 47 now, answering one question that has haunted police and others for decades but reigniting a gnawing mystery of what exactly led to her demise. Jonelle, a member of the Franklin Middle School Honor Choir, stood on a garland-adorned staircase during the concert, sporting short, thick dark hair and smiling slightly, perhaps shyly. She was a seventh. After the concert, Jonelle was taken home by a friend and the friend's father. She was last seen at 8 p.m. on December 20, entering her family's simple ranch-style home with a detached garage, the front yard blanketed by snow. No one was ever. Months later, the lack of answers surrounding the case of Jonelle and other missing children was taken up by then-President Ronald Reagan, whose administration helped open a national center for missing children that ran a toll-free hotline. More than 1 million, Jonelle, Reagan said, would. Tuesday's discovery near Jonelle's hometown of Greeley was the first significant development since police announced last December, on the 34th anniversary of her disappearance, that they were ramping up their investigation and hoped to use modern technology to solve it, the Greeley Tribune. At the time, police released a video of Jonelle and classmates at the Franklin Middle School holiday concert in a plea for more information. Greeley Police Sergeant Joe Timkowick said Jonelle's sister, Jennifer Moggensen, remembered Jonelle as a she. Moggensen, who was a junior in high school at the time, said she was playing varsity basketball the night her younger sister disappeared. The family's house, Jonelle was missing when their father arrived home about 8:30 p.m., Moggensen said. I am. Moggensen, who lives in Washington state, said their parents, Jim and Gloria Matthews, are retired and living in Costa Rica. There. Moggensen said she and her parents would travel to Greeley at some point, but their plans were not certain. The Tribune reported Wednesday that workers were constructing a new pipeline when they discovered bones Tuesday night. Weld County Sheriff Greeley is about 50 miles 80 kilometers north of Denver. The remains were found. Parents. Associated Press writers James Anderson and Dan Elliott in Denver contributed to this story. Information from the Tribune of Greeley, Co.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.